Hello. I may or may not be under the affluence of Inkler Hall. No, seriously, I'm not. However, I have been out tonight. This is going to be a very, very short video. I always knew that there was a possibility that during the Christmas season that there were going to be dues and other demands and things like that. This was one of those nights. It wasn't a Christmas related one. It was actually the retirement due of an old mentor of mine from a previous company, and I only just found out about it yesterday, so I had to make an appearance. Yes, I have had a few, but I'm not that bad. All that being said, welcome to day 12 of my Pile of Shame challenge. Because it's going to be a quick one, I am going for a very quick target. Let's grab that Ring Wraith on the Nazgul, spare weapon sprue, get that sword replaced, get them fixed onto the base properly. That is going to be a nice, big, impressive miniature to add to the pile of success. Because that one has been outstanding for a little while. It was just transit damaging moves, but that kind of thing is going to be getting interspaced in these videos. The stuff that has been put to one side to be repaired and is not necessarily out on display is getting brought back in. I've done this in challenges before. I'm going to be doing it again, and there's a big one of those coming up. Get on with it! Let me get on with it. Okay, we're here on the workbench. 2 repairs to do to this. The sword I will tackle second. It is this base that is causing the problems, and as you can see, it is very, very wobbly on there. Just checking underneath, it looks like it's only held on by one tab, and it looks as if that is sort of, yeah, that's very loose in there. Okay, so that has given way. In fact, the glue feels really, really soft on it. I'm not surprised. Okay, I'm going to dig that out. I'm going to re-super glue the bottom because I think that that will come off quite cleanly, or I'm hoping it's going to come off quite cleanly. And then I'll be able to put a reinforced glue spot in there using super glue and baking powder. Let's just dig this out. In fact, I'd love to know what kind of glue I used on this, because whatever it is, it's pretty rubbish. It almost feels as if it's got the consistency of hot glue. I can't have been that stupid. Are you going to come off cleanly? I have no idea what I used there. That looks like ADOS. Right, give me a few seconds to clean this off. Alright, that should be cleared back enough for me to get a good joint. And I am not going too close to the edges because I don't want that sort of horrible frosty fluffy thing coming up. Made it up on there. And I'm going to hold that in place for a good little bit because it's flexing the bottom of the base. That's why I've lifted it up, just so that I can actually, you know, get fingers and clamp it on both sides. And that's feeling quite solid. And then lift it up and let us turn that into a rivet by getting a decent amount of baking powder in with that super glue. Oh, okay, that wasn't supposed to happen. Right, that's stable. See if this will go back on an Awana. Helps if I use glue rather than baking powder. Okay, that's that disaster averted. Right, now I want to sort off this sprue. Make sure I don't lose it. Just use the edge of my blade for a wee bit of a clean up. And yeah, it may look as if I'm about to cut my fingers up, but I am being really gentle here. Right, now that I've got the blade cleaned up, I want to snip it off. I'm going to take the cross guard off first, and that should leave me with a far nicer flat area to be able to glue it on. Okay, I am happy with that. Now, let's prep this area. It's going to be a wee bit of a reach in here. And of course I'm being really gentle so that I don't miss the mark and accidentally take some of the paint off the rest of the model. Spot of glue on there. Turn that because it's not straight upwards. It is more like that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've got that straight from all sides. Okay, I'll give that a couple of seconds and then I'll give the blade and the crossguard on there a black undercoat. Basically like that. Then I'll give that a wee bit of a chance to dry and I'll redo it with bright silver. Okay, that is dry enough. So let us just have a wee spot of silver on that blade. And it looks like I did probably bolt gun metal on the sword the first time. So just to equalize the color, I'm just putting a wee bit on the crossguard and the pommel just to blend that in a bit better. It's actually quite dusty. It's obviously been sitting there for a while. So I will allow that to dry. I'll give it a brush off, but that is one for the pile up success.
That still only counts as one.
It may only count as one, but it is an impressive one nonetheless. Hey, that wasn't bad for a target of opportunity. I got a video out tonight. We'll class that as a win, along with a very impressive miniature that's back in circulation. Hopefully more normal service will resume tomorrow, but I will leave you chaps and chapesses at that. Have a good one. Toodle pip for now.